Hello, everyone. This is Aarolei from the Crystal Chronicles podcast, and I am here today for Dimensions End Entropy Tier 19. Now, I know Dimensions End, for the most part, isn't deemed any longer like the highest tier content or anything, but I wanted to still go ahead and do a recording of the fights anyway, just to have it on record. And also, I wanted to let you guys know, of course, please feel free to tune in with us on the podcast on Thursdays live on Twitch at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Or of course, you can always watch us on YouTube. Anyway, let's get into this. My team today, I've picked Machina, Beatrix, and Ciaran. The enemies, there's a lot of HP attacks and things, but this team should be able to handle them pretty well and with ease. They also emphasize Dispel, but I don't know really how important that one's gonna be. Anyhow, let's open up with the Stunning Slash. So I hadn't burned my Machina yet. I totally, we have so many characters if you're a veteran that like sometimes like even really good characters don't quite ever get used for Dimensions End like you plan for. But here we are. We're finally gonna do it. We're gonna finally use our boy Machina. Alright, and we're gonna open up with Shock from our Beatrix here. There shouldn't be any buff issues or anything with this team. Machina only has like I think 3 for himself, and then Ciaran has 3 for himself, so yeah, we should be good. Beatrix has 3 generics, but all the main buffs are all framed, so no worries about losing anything. Okay, so Machina here is going to get targeted, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do a Cyclone Drive. Just hit this guy real hard. Nice, a miss. Okay, that is not going to slow me down, guys. Okay, let's Holy Rush, right? So, you're probably wondering, well, why aren't you using Furion here? Well, I'm saving my Furion personally for the next tier. I think there are viable teams for Furion there, and I have to go ahead and use them on the hardest stage of all for it. So, here we go. Let's go ahead and Cyclone, or Guardian Blades, I mean. Oh, these guys' HP goes down pretty quick. I wasn't expecting it to be that fast. They're already almost halfway. Well, one of them's already halfway dead, and the other one is a little under. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and soul shot this one. Now they're gonna attack me in a moment with 2 HP attacks, but honestly, I'm not going to stress over them at all. It's Thunder Slash Plus. We shouldn't get broken. We're just going to take some damage. Okay. Alrighty, perfecto. So, let's see. Oh, cool. We'll go ahead and Furious Blades be here, since we'll get that extra turn. So, what makes this actually an okay team is that with Machina, there's a lot of bravery fun going on. And so, on top of that, his buffs actually help him mitigate how much brave damage he takes to some extent. And with Ciaran and Beatrix here, that's further limiting the amount of brave damage he takes. So when he'll never really get broken, and we have Beatrix here to pretty much protect everybody else. And with all the defense buffs and everything, hopefully we won't be seeing too many breaks on this fight. Now, I do realize that we're about to lose the debuff from Machina on these two units, but I'm not going to reuse the LD because we're almost done with the round anyway. Alright, we're going to go ahead and dash over here on A and refresh that buff from that skill. Okay, yeah, we'll just go ahead and Holy Rouse Strike here. We're about to be done with this round. When Beatrix's turn comes up, we're going to do a Thunder Slash, and then we're done. Alright, so now we are on wave 2. So, from what I understand about this wave, it's not exactly like your standard trash wave. These guys are going to have a little bit more health than the usual. This is actually going to take a little bit longer. I think there was another Dimensions End where they did something like this. I'm trying to remember which one it was. I think it might have been 15 or 16 that did something like that. Alright, we're going to go ahead. Since there's four rounds of this, we're going to just use one each wave, I guess. Speed things up. Okay, let's go ahead. Hit B. And follow up. Now, I saw that my EX is ready, but let me... there we go. Yeah, we want to hit with that Furious Blades Plus. Because we're going to get an extra turn. We're going to hit with good old shot, which will battery the team too, so we get some nice damage off this launch. Alright, and this time we will Guardian Blades. Take advantage of that Soul Shot Plus as well, doing that nice splash damage. Alright, awesome. We got another one of those Clem Hazard Plus Pluses already ready to go. Dude, that's disgusting. Look at that. I forgot about that brave switching thing these do. But just watch out for that, and just make sure they have a lot of brave. You shave it before he gets another turn. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to smack B with the Awakening so I can get another extra turn. And we're going to hit this one with 22% over here. Dude, that sucks. Oh well. Okay, so we're gonna just go ahead and just do another Thunder Slash and move on to the next round. I was kind of hoping that launch would get him, but I guess he had just a little bit of tiny HP left. Okay, oh, this is the Sync Lost Chapter boss. So this thing, it likes to follow up with lots and lots of brave attacks, and then I think there's like occasional like HP attack on top of that. So we're going to go ahead and activate Shadow Blade and refresh our buffs. And with Beatrix here, we will shot. And we should be pretty good and safe on these two attacks. Huh. Yeah, see, that's those back-to-back brave attacks I was talking about. He likes to do a lot of those, and then sometimes you'll follow up with like an HP attack. Okay, I guess. And as you can see, the stacking of defense buffs and brave reduction damage, or brave damage reduction, really adds up and makes it so Machina just kind of laughed at what was happening there. Okay. So when it says movement becomes lighter, he does get a little bit faster, but honestly, we're probably not going to notice it too much. Alright, we're going to Guardian Blades. And part of the reason why we're not going to notice it is that we did put a speed down debuff through Machina's LD. And I have a Shiva summon, so we're just going to kind of cheat. Alright, let's go ahead and Holy Raw Strike. And I'm going to bash next turn as well, because I need to refresh the buff there. Right? I think I do too. Or is it the Caravan buff? I think it's the Caravan buff, actually. Let's go ahead and Saint's Claw. There we go. Okay, it was skill 1's buff. See, he has, I hate trying to keep up with these buffs sometimes because they all have like the same style on them generally if they're framed buffs, and it's like they all look the same, and trying to remember all the names sometimes it gets a little frustrating for me. Here we go. And we are under the 50% mark. Oh wow, so he's just keeps delaying himself when he gets like to these certain thresholds. It's kind of funny. Does he get an extra turn in there? No. Let's do one of these. I just want to try to kill it really fast. And now we'll go ahead and use our Caravan Memories and refresh the buff off of that EX. Go ahead and Thunder Slash Plus. And between, and then Ciaran's going to protect that Beatrix pretty well, so I'm not going to be too worried about her at all. So we activated max damage skill. That's what Guardian Blades basically means. Just do your max damage. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just bash again. And just in case he's going to do some HP attacks, well, they don't matter anymore. There we go. Machina's follow-up coming to the rescue. And we will go ahead and bash yet again. It's probably what I'm going to do the rest of this round. I can get out of here. Okay. And between the next two turns, I should probably kill this boss. And we will finally be in the last round. Oh yay, another miss in this. And that nice Machina counter. Alright. Let's go ahead. Thunder Slash. Yeah, I'll just refresh his EX buff, because that'll finish it off. Better check how many turns we have to win this. Okay, 100, and we're halfway on turn count. We should be okay. So this little guy from Bosch's Lost Chapter likes to HP attack along with his little minions here, but that hopefully won't be too much of a concern. Because we're going to go ahead and just activate the LDs and try to give them as few turns as possible to really do much of anything. Activate the Awakening longer. We're going to probably summon shortly, but not quite yet. We're going to activate Shock here. And activate Holy Raw Strike. I normally wouldn't do that, but I really want to break the... Nah, we'll just go ahead and do that. Alright, and now we'll activate Ciaran's AA and then go right into his Shadow Blade. So when he says mouth wide open, he's actually preparing for an HP attack, but that isn't really going to matter. We're probably not going to let him get it. And even if he somehow does, I can always activate Paladin's protection before his turn comes. Alright, we will summon in just a moment. I want to take all the turns I can first, though. We'll activate Setzer's Freeze Joker, and then we'll go ahead and summon. And I'm going to cast Bash instead of... Wait, actually, let me show you what buff it is. This one. Okay, yeah. Alright, we do need a Bash. And then we'll do the EX. Next. Let's just go ahead and Cyclone Drive. We'll hit, I think, max damage when we do it. Yeah. Beautiful. 177,000. I don't think this boss is going to get another turn. I'm going to activate a Thunder Slash Plus. Okay, Caravan now. It's just to refresh the buff from the EX as usual. Okay, it won't really matter to cast that. Furious Blades Plus. I'd rather do max damage over and over. And there you go. Very, very simple Dimensions End. Honestly, I don't think you need the Dispel. That's a little bit of an overreach. But they didn't really get to do much of anything because I took a lot of turns over them using the Shiva Machina debuff combo. Now, you're probably wondering why not just use Leviathan. Well, then we'd run into buff issues if I did get hit with any HP attacks. Considering I didn't, though, I probably could have got away with it. Oh well, sometimes, you know, it didn't really matter either way. This is a chaos battle. Just bring really up, you know, if you're bringing up-to-date units, overall you should be fine on this stage. And next month will be, I think it's next month, we will finally have the last tier of Dimensions End in tier 20. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you liked what you saw today, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. If you already are a subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. My next planned video, of course, will be showcasing Furion LD at the new Lufinia, the Mission Dungeon Lufinia. And if you have any questions or comments about Dimensions End, feel free to ask here or look at Dissidia Info's guides on Macnell's website. They are amazing. Anyway, till next time, guys, this is Aarolei. Stay cool and have